Welcome, 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 fellow heretics and hexen hammers. We are streaming Battlefield 6. Folks, let's enjoy. All right, no, we're playing actually a proper shooter. We're playing boomer shooters. I like my shooters like I like my corrupt politicians. I like them boomer. And today, actually yesterday or the day before, Microsoft decided out of the blue, hey, why don't we just drop a complete remaster with 4 or 5 new levels of the 90s PC FPS classics, the complete heretic, hexen, whatever collection. And so fully remastered in whatever glorious 4K pixelated glory with a fully remastered soundtrack and a bunch of new stuff. And I love old shooters. What's your history with these, Tehran?
I mean, everybody played Doom. I loved...
This is not Doom.
I know. I played Doom, Doom 2. You asked me for my history.
With this?
With Hexen and Heretic? I did not play them. I played the originals. Excuse me. But I played Doom, Doom 2.
Uh-huh.
I got around Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
The classic. I played it the way it was meant to be played. Episodic.
Episodic.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the complete collection, and this is how you know these games were huge. Man, FPS is at that time. You remember back when FPS wasn't even a genre, it was just Doom clone?
Yeah.
It was just Doom clone. Which is funny, because Doom wasn't even the first, right? It wasn't. We never had a Wolfenstein clone for some reason, but we had a Doom clone.
Oh, and of course, Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah. And Shadow Warrior, that was, man, Shadow Warrior back in the day, jeez. But there was a whole litany of these. I mean, and then, of course, by the time we got into the late 90s and everything actually got into, genuine 3D accelerated graphics and stuff, instead of games like this use tricks to create the illusion of 3D, which is why it's actually kind of a technical accomplishment that they were actually able to kind of revivify these and bring them into, an engine that will run on a modern computer or whatever. So this is a full overhaul and facelift. So I'm stoked about it. I have played Hexen many times. I've never played any of the sequels, and I've never played Heretic. So we can play any of these games, we can switch around, and that's exactly what we're gonna do, ya fags. It is Hexen and Heretic. Did I bring up the alerts? Are the alerts?
The
busy?
alerts are paused.
Okay,
see
just
them
making
right
sure.
there.
Just making sure, because I forgot that I don't have a button here for it. All right, sweet. Mods. Oh my god. What? There's featured mods. That's already got mods.
Damn. People move fast.
Yeah. Raven Vault. Dude, Ravensoft, man. How long has it been since we've heard that name? They also made Gun, correct?
That sounds correct.
I think they made Gun.
Yeah, let us see here.
All right.
Oh, and of course,
They have a collection of textures. This is quite complete, folks.
Quake and Unreal when those came out. That was what, 99?
I know you played some Unreal.
Yeah, I played the fuck out of Unreal.
Yeah, Tactical Hobo and I, and a bunch of people for LAN parties over there. We used to play Unreal Tournament like crazy. I love all this extra stuff. I really, really do. All remasters should have this kind of stuff. But again, the one we really need is Thief. All right.
I think the last game I played of theirs was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Did they do Ultimate Alliance? Really?
The original?
Maybe.
I'm thinking it over.
He's thinking it over.
Those alerts are kind of quiet.
Oh, no, they're not quiet. I have my volume turned down.
If you have your desktop volume turned down, then it's going to be quiet on the stream.
I mean the actual speakers. It doesn't affect the desktop volume.
That isn't how that works. The City of the Damned. Hell's Maw. The Dome of Despair. I have never played really any of these, so we'll start out with Heretic. We probably won't finish it. We'll probably not just roll through Heretic, because we'll want to jump around and play some Hexen. Oh, dude!
Ah!
Look at this!
Yellow bellies are us?
Thou needeth a wet nurse. Bringest them on a... Thou art a smite meister. Black plague possesses thee. George Floyd plague possesseth thee. Yellow belly. Oh, I need a wet nurse big time. This is a 90s shooter.
Oh, fuck off. You can't do medium difficulty?
I cannot do medium. Well, I don't know. I've never played it before. All right, Crystal Vial. I think you can get some of those out behind Home Depot, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Where did you get that crystal vial? From Black's.
For behind Black's Hardware. There was a white guy selling it.
No, from some black mages. They're out back.
Yes. From Nobuo Uematsu's heavy metal Final Fantasy side project.
Yeah. Jegs Down God Trump is.
I never broke the law. I am the law.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's plenty of Jegs Down God Trump is into 3 wars, about to end a 4th in 8 months.
Oh, but he's a warmonger who's going to war for Israel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hung Nguyen, I love Duke Nukem 3D, Blood, and SW.
Yes.
But
tonight, guys, we need to just reminisce about some boomer shooters, because there's some greats back in the day. I mean, the big one for me was, I'll never forget the first time I saw someone playing. I went over to, after church one day, went over to a friend of the family's house, and they were having a party. You know what it was? It was the Mike Tyson Holyfield fight, the one where he bit the ear.
You're shitting me.
It was for that, right? I was a little kid. And in the other room, they had a PC set up, and boom, Wolfenstein 3D. And I'll never forget, dude, going from video games before that, to me, were freaking Super Mario and Donkey Kong and like side-scrolling stuff, right? And all of a sudden, I'm in 3D, I'm shooting Nazis. I didn't even know what a Nazi was. Believe it or not, at one point, folks, we had a society where you could get to the ripe age of 8 or 9 without hearing the word Nazi. Believe it or not, I didn't know what a Nazi was up until I played Wolfenstein 3D. It's true. We didn't just inculcate children into the cult of hating Nazis. Whoa! It's a mummy. Dude, this soundtrack. Hold on, I have it kind of turned down for me. They remastered this full soundtrack. You can go back to the original. I'll show you guys the difference. And they did a good job, like, remastering the soundtrack, not the remix. But it sounds good.
Going back to his super chat, I prefer Doom clones because 2D, 2.5D shooters give me really bad motion sickness when you can look up and down.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Stoic Eyes, if Lincoln had his flying wigs, does Crockett or Abbott have the flying weaves?
Or what's that Indian guy with the really obvious rug who's like 90 years old? You know what I'm talking about?
Not offhand.
That Pajit dude in Congress? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, him. The guy who tried to lobby the impeachment thing.
Yeah, the guy who looks like Apu's brother from Simpsons.
Number one schmuck, bring back creative difficulty names in gaming.
I know! One thing this game is lacking is a Doom guy face in the lower third. I am missing that.
Well, I mean, it's you. You got your camera up.
That's true! Sorry, I gotta...
Normal man, thank you for that 50. You and Taryn are going on a road trip across America, but you can only choose 5 albums each to listen to. What are your picks?
5 albums each? Well, I imagine he's got a pretty extensive K-pop collection.
Oh, yeah, extensive.
Yeah.
Baby metal, even.
Really?
Go on.
For me... Alice Cooper Killer is a must. Under My Wheels is the ultimate driving song, and I have to hear it on every road trip I go on. Judas Priest Point of Entry, the ultimate heavy metal driving album. I've said this before in Metal Mythos. From there, I can get more liberal with it. Motorhead, Ace of Spades, always. Staff.
You've already got Ace of
Suck my
Spades
bow
in
staff! And then what? 2 more. I probably would go... Yeah. Probably go something like... You gotta have at least one really obnoxious album that no one would like a black metal album, like Bathory: The Return. And then Striper, Soldiers Under Command. Bathory followed by Striper. Don't try to explain me. All right.
All right, so 5 for me.
How many video game soundtracks, huh?
Michael Jackson's History.
Yeah. History, really?
Yes.
Not Dangerous? Not.
No.
See, that I should have picked that. I should have picked Dangerous.
Mega Drives, any of his numbered ones, the 1980X, 1990X, like any one of those. One of those.
He's about to come out with a new one.
Let's see. Yngwie's, I have to look it up.
Trilogy? The one with
Trilogy, yeah.
The one with the dragon?
Yeah.
Such a good album.
So Trilogy.
Yngwie's The One with the Dragon.
And one of Mega Drive's albums. Let's see. That's 3.
Wait, Laserhawk Redline. You gotta.
Redline. That's perfect. I gotta listen to their recent stuff. The last one I got of theirs was Skull and Shark.
Yeah, they haven't released one in a long time.
But they've had plenty of singles.
Here's the problem with a lot of those synthwave artists. A lot of them were just hipsters that didn't actually like the 80s that much. They were just kind of cosplaying. So after the synthwave thing kind of cooled off a little, they sort of backed off and went away. Because hipsters don't believe in anything.
So that's 4. One more.
The docks finished. I'm not finished till all the ships come in, sailor. Now entering the dungeons. What are you? He is throwing green shit. Welcome to Earth. All right. Welcome to Earth. Come ram my wife.
There it is. One of the Magnetron albums. It's a compilation of some of the best synthwave. Like Magnetron 2 or 3, I would say. I'll pick one of those because they've got like Wave Shaper, Weiss, and shit. Yeah, Volcor X, Orax, Tokyo Rose. Yeah, those are really good albums.
Borax, talcum powder, detergent.
Those would be my 5. All right, let me shut this up.
All right, we're just naming household cleaners. This is not even. What? Is this a door? green key. Okay, I see how it is. I gotta have the green.
What is with Restream? It spammed the chat. Look at all this. What the fuck?
Spammed chat of what?
Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. And it did it like 100 times. Like, what the fuck? Months. That or that.
I'm gonna ponder the orb for a moment.
Shlomo
There we
Bagelstein. Why didn't libraries have how-to books on suicide? Because they would never get returned.
Yeah, they would, but...
By the police. Dr. Admiral, if you could have Paul Kersey, Charles Bronson, or Punisher brought into our world, who would you keep?
Paul Kersey or Punisher? With respect to Marvel fanboys, definitely Paul Kersey.
Mercenary X, Walgreens.
Punisher has always been kind of a Disneyland version of a 70s vigilante, let's be real. He's got white gloves and spandex on. It's just kind of a watered down version of a Dirty Harry or a Paul Kersey, or it's always been that. You can like it for what it is, but the fanboys got to acknowledge where it came from. It came from Mac Bolan and all that kind of stuff. As myself and Mike Barron discussed on Iron Age Attacks.
Walgreens has the full Halloween decorations out in full force already.
Dude, I saw that!
I was already seeing signs of Halloween candy during 4th of July, now costumes.
What the H? I don't get it.
Isn't it only August? Yeah, it's August.
Yeah.
What the
Early
fuck?
August. Early!
I'll send you a picture on social media. Lame-o.
Claw orb.
You missed my super chat. Well, I'll be sure to hurry up and get to that. Scarfy the Strange, this game has the perfect magic system where spells are just guns. The way it should be. The way it should be.
As Jesus of Nazareth intended.
Hunter, we lost an American hero today. Astronaut Jim Lovell made it to 97. What a life. Godspeed to the next voyage. And the number one.
What is this? My goodness. This gun has claws? I need a green key. Alright, how do we...
The number one schmuck for me, it's the Turok trilogy on N64.
Oh, those are great.
Yes, they're boomer shooters. The first game was a year after Hexen. My introduction to the genre. Good times.
Those games are fantastic. We streamed Turok 1 a while back. Eat claw orbs! And put some pants on! This game's kind of rad, guys. I've never played Heretic before. I have played Hexen many a time. Hexen was everywhere back in the day. What was a big game that was like absolutely everywhere and you just never tried back in the 90s, back in the day?
I saw advertisements everywhere for Forsaken.
That game's great.
Yeah.
That game's awesome. That's one of the better N64 games, actually. What was it? Descent?
Descent was another one.
You. What? Oh, this is poison.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Weekly, thank you for that 10.
Spit poison! Take that, devil! I'm shooting Satans. Get exploded, bitch.
Heron, thank you for subbing for 38 months. And Crossfire, thank you for subbing for 35 months.
There's a lot of ceiling smashing things in this level, I'm noticing. This is an oddly designed dungeon.
Evening Razor, love
Yo.
seeing these classics getting the proper remaster they deserve. Happy Demon Slaughter to you, Fist. Godspeed.
This is something that needs to happen more, and thankfully is happening more. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's thankfully something that is happening, and I think it's an outgrowth of the fact that AAA gaming is dead, buried, and voting Democrat. I think that has a lot to do with it. You cannot spend gajillions, dillions, and quadrillions of dollars on these new games and expect them to just reflexively make money anymore. So I actually think it's a healthy thing that the industry is starting to retreat to a degree and now sort of carving out a sizable niche of the gaming market that is just remastering old stuff. Because the video game industry was, let's be honest, festering dog shit at keeping old games in print, right? Cinema, Hollywood was fantastic. As soon as home media came around, we're talking the earliest days of proto VHS and beta, and even home projectors and whatnot. They were already putting home media together so they could preserve these old movies and whatever. Video games didn't do that for years. It's crazy to think about now because there's so many remasters, but dude, what, up until like 15 years ago maybe, there's hardly any of these remasters. Hardly any. One of the first I ever saw, and probably one of the first that any of us ever saw, was Resident Evil. That was one of the very, very first. And before that, you know, you had Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah,
That's probably one of the first ever remasters and collections of the game. Like, you had a few of those on Super Nintendo or N64 or whatever, but it was not a common thing. It was definitely the exception rather than the rule. This is actually, I think, a healthy thing. And I know a lot of people kind of give them shit. Oh, you're just re-releasing old stuff. No! Don't tell them to stop. The new games suck, first of all. And second off, if they can make revenue selling old stuff that doesn't suck, maybe they'll start making new stuff that's like the old stuff. Maybe new games will gradually stop sucking. I said suck a lot of times in that sentence. Suck, suck, suck.
HG Arcade, thoughts on the conservative e-girl civil war?
I guess. And of course it starts with Pearl, like drama queen par retardance. I guess Pearl, somebody decided to marry that pan-faced hag. I mean, good for her. So she posted some photo of her ring, and some right-wing Turning Point thought weighed in, bashed on her, and then somebody else weighed in with, yeah, but you're like a complete whore who took it up the ass at a Turning Point event and whatever. And it's like, by the way, guys, 100% true. No lies detected. Not for that particular person, because I don't know that for sure. But I do know, because I know lots of people who are involved in Turning Point. I got invited to AmFest last year and did that a couple of days. I wasn't able to make the whole event or whatever, but I got free passes because I know some people there. And one of them is the pastor's daughter of my church. She's involved in Turning Point, not in Arizona though. And she was just talking my ear off, and her dad's ear off for that matter, about how like she can't be involved in any of the parties because they're libidinous. They're like Caligula and orgy. Because you can think about it, Turning Point is mostly horny college kids. Now you add alcohol to the mix because they always have a victory party every single Turning Point event. You put two and two together, okay? A lot of these bitches have been ran through. Straight up. That is the truth. That saucy right-wing thought who's always got the camera filters all over her photos and whatever, and she's making every single Turning Point event. Gang, she is a whole She has been run through like the Maginot Line. Oh, let's see here. So I was not surprised to hear any of that. And I'm 100% persuaded of its authenticity. Turning point events are bad. And by the way, it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk or anything. It's just the college kids that go to these things. That's all it is.
I cast knife. With black women getting fired en masse from government and illegals fleeing farms, we have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Again.
Oh, there's a shield up there. How do you get up there, though?
Mercenary X, somebody sent me Shantae, but it is only on sale on Unlimited Run, or on Limited Run. I'm glad I didn't spend the money.
It says you're a heretic!
But then I feel bad someone else did it for me.
Right.
Scarfy the Strange, Doom Dark Ages should have been a Hexen sequel.
How rad would that have been?
I'm gonna come.
Mercenary X.
Where are the Koreans? I was told there would be rooftop Koreans.
It's Trump time.
Back to back.
Yeah, 2 Trump jets back to back. I can barely hear that, by the way.
Mercenary X, well, at least I have a physical media now for my Switch on the game. Call Mom. I can at least feel better that I have that, sort of. Dude, you gotta stop with the fucking voice to text. I'm glad you're calling your mom, though. You should always check in with her, make sure she's doing okay.
How do I get you? Is there a jump? How do I...
Primark, so Detroit's having a comeback, eh? Well, can't speak for the city, but their sports teams sure are. First, the Wolverines, then the Lions, and now the Tigers. Mercenary X, I have the first one on GPA and Switch.
There's gotta be a way to get up here. How do you get up here? Does anybody know this game better than me? Anyone does. This is my first time playing. There is no jump, right? Jumps were not a thing in games like this.
I mean, like right there? Can that not push you up? This.
Oh, can it work as an elevator too? Thank you. I'm retarded. Thank you. Ah! The walking speed is like
all these old games had a slide.
Yeah, it's like Prefontaine.
Black Shirt and Jeans remasters of old PC have an added bonus. How many of these old games cannot be played on modern hardware without extensive modding? True. Yeah. Very true.
Very true, although DOSBox has taken care of a lot of that.
I really hope one day we get a lot of those old Star Trek games remastered. Because you cannot play Klingon Academy without a fucking hex editor.
Oh gosh, I just picked up a Star of David. I have an urge to incite wars in the Middle East.
Lamo. Razor, when did you get into CFW Walther 1? One of the first dudes speaking out against communism due to all the libs fleeing Germany for America.
Yeah, I did. Well, I've known about CFW Walther for a long while, because mostly German, Lutheran over here. But
this ain't over.
The specific sermon that I uploaded, because I was so interested in it, I told you guys, actually, when I did my McCarthy video, I went down the rabbit hole of Jesuits, Catholicism, early, like, 19th century Gilded Age Christianity, and communism, and the flirtation with early Marxism and stuff, which is a fascinating rabbit hole to go down, by the way. And I was like, oh, okay, I looked by denomination: Presbyterian communism, Catholicism communism, Jesuit communism, Lutheran communism. And when I looked up Lutheran, instead of finding a bunch of Lutheran commies in the 19th century, I found Walther just shitting on them. I found this, and there's this whole book that's just a collection of sermons of C.F.W. Walther just shitting on communists. And I was like, I gotta record this! When I read that, I was like, okay. And so I told you, like several weeks back, for those of you who catch us every week here on the arcade, that I was planning, after I put my McCarthy video, to put those CFW Walther sermons up, because they make some amazing arguments. I put them up on Twitter, because I don't know where else to put them. I can't put them on my channel, because they don't really fit. Ethereal arrows.
Joseph.
Ooh, crossbow!
Joseph Smith, thank you for the 20. Updates. Drummer quit the band because me and the other guitarists weren't willing to abandon metal for emo punk.
What year is it?
But here in a week or two, when I'm healed up, we're gonna finish some songs. Sludge and doom metal. Oh, excuse me. Well, okay, good. Awesome. Thank you for the update.
Shell shock.
All right.
Con Crumb, do you think the new King of the Hill will be any good, or will they ruin it?
The clips, man, I'm seeing people say it's really funny, but every clip I've seen has been pretty bad. So I don't know if this is kind of a, I don't know. Hey guys.
HT Arcade, most disappointing game you've had on each console you've had. God, that's a lot of consoles, man. I mean, I'll do like one or two. PS2, State of Emergency. PS3.
Most disappointing games on every console I've had.
Yeah.
Every one I've had.
That's a lot. Of
NES, Home Alone. One of the worst games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah. That's fair.
SNES. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
I never played that one.
Oh, what a turd.
Oh, I got an SNES one. Zoop. That game was so hyped. The advertising was everywhere. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit.
It was everywhere, I remember. And another bad one was Vortex on SNES. That was real bad. I thought it was going to be like Star Fox. It had mechs in it. You could be this mech that could turn into a tank, that could turn into a plane, and seem really cool, but Star Fox, it is not. Terrible, terrible game. N64. Maybe Castlevania 64? There were some pretty bad games on that. I'd probably go with that. Castlevania 64.
I never played that one either.
And for PS2, Metal Gear Solid 2, hands down. Like, I got that console so anticipating not just the PS2, but I mean, I got Metal Gear Solid 2 right out the gate. I was like, I gotta play this. This is gonna be incredible. And it was the biggest bubbling turd in my life. It's terrible. I stand by it to this day. It is exactly 1/4 of a good game, followed by a bunch of maudlin cutscenes and a plot that goes absolutely nowhere, a bunch of Animu backflipping bullshit, and then a postscript that's just a shitty version of Deus Ex talking about globalism in a Disneyland neutered-ass fashion, and people call it fucking visionary. I played Deus Ex 1 year before that game, and it said more about globalism and the, the darksome future that we were approaching than Metal Gear Solid 2 ever did. Metal Gear Solid 2 is not just one of the most disappointing games I've ever played in my life, it is objectively one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Such a bad game. Bad stealth game, bad cinematic game, bad story, bad voice act, bad game. Bad game.
Which leads me into PS3 and my worst game for that console. It came with the console. Metal Gear Solid 4. That game is a fucking movie. That is a movie.
It's a shame because some of the gameplay segments
are okay. They're okay.
Yeah, they weren't as bad as other Metal Gear Solid games, if that makes sense.
But as a video game,
yeah,
it fails.
Dude, I remember playing that at your place, and we'd have a 40-minute cutscene.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes of gameplay.
Right. No, 100%. It's a struggle. And PS4.
Oh god, PS4 most disappointing.
Shit.
Horizon.
Oh, let's get it out of the way real quick. 360 hydrophobia. So
Hydrophobia. You got hydrophobia?
it was free. I got it for free and I felt ripped off.
Yeah. Dead Space 3 probably, or something like that.
So PS4. God. PS4 had a lot of slop too.
It did. No, you know what? 360, either Mass Effect 3 or Dragon Age 2.
Or Fracture. And the Adventures of Jet Brody.
How could you be disappointed by a game that looked bad to begin with?
Yeah, I can't think of one for PS4. I'm sure there is. Probably some downloadable game slot.
The Dungeons!
What game was what console was Black Tiger on?
PS4.
Hey, there you
Life
go.
of Black Tiger.
There you go. There you go.
We put that on our turds of 20 whatever.
And neither of us owns a PS5, so.
Yeah, neither of us owns a on Series X.
That's all you.
Starfield.
Yeah,
Freaking Starfield.
there you go. There you go.
Huge disappointment. Oh, original Xbox. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I was so stoked for that game, and man, that is, people try to rehab that game's reputation because people shit on it when it came out for good reason. It's not good. Okay. Oh, there we go. I hit the wrong button. But it was just like, it was like a bad Final Fantasy X with a Lord of the Rings skin on top. Like, it was not good. It was not, and I really don't like Final Fantasy X. That actually probably could be a shoo-in for my biggest disappointment in PS2 if
That's terror.
2 didn't exist.
Mercenary X, you're one to talk. Taryn, shut up. Shaggy Rogers Book Reviews. Picked up the entire Lonesome series and love it. Dropped my review on the first book on my channel. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's up to book 4 or 5 now. Such a good series. That company, Cinebook, they are coming in clutch on the French comics lately. They are printing them physically. They're good translations. They're in a decent size. Taryn?
Yeah.
Could you bring up the stream real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
What?
It looked like it wasn't filling the whole screen, the image.
No, it is.
Okay. Just
I would
wanted
have
to make
said
sure.
something. It's in glorious widescreen.
Yes!
Hung Nguyen, forget DOSBox. GZ Doom all the way. And Blitz
Whoa!
Systems. It's important to have standards, gentlemen. Never accept a woman with more ink on her than a Sunday newspaper, and has taken more spears than Leonidas.
Ah!
Angela Rose, any dietary advice on what to eat post-workout? Usually work on 3-set routine on biceps, shoulders, and legs, and core.
I am not the law! I am the law!
And trying to bulk on whey protein.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'll tend to, if I go, like, protein shake of any kind, I usually go beforehand, because usually your protein shakes will have some kind of, like, caffeine, or, like, it'll have some kind of stimulant of some kind in it, sugar, because you want to burn that off while you work out, and it'll give you extra energy. In the aftermath, I tend to go with a light protein. I don't like to go, I tend to work out before bed, right? I work out at nighttime. So I don't want a whole bunch of food on my stomach because it's not good. That'll make you gain weight, by the way, and screw up your metabolism. So you
Yeah.
don't want to do that. So I'll go really light protein, like some hard. I always keep hard-boiled eggs around, always. And I'll just grab 1 or 2 of those, a little salt on it, and that's usually about good. Maybe a little something on the side, but that's it. That's all I really need. And as long as it's heavy on the protein, or I keep chicken breasts around, that kind of thing.
And
All right.
the Copper Owl. Place your bets on the next show to get canceled. The favorite is The View, followed by The Two Jimmies, and Bill Maher is the dark horse with DSP.
Yeah. I'm thinking Howard Stern. Oh, wait! Fuck off, you pelican. You're 15 feet away, you clown. Don't plug your ear. Jesus. And
Knights
then you
of,
crank your headphones up to like 100.
Knights of the Autumn Crown, what are your thoughts on theosis, the process, results, and goal? Praise Christ our King, eternal amen.
Yeah, I actually like the Orthodox doctrine of theosis. I find it really interesting. I'm not sure if I agree with it, but... Whoa.
This is where the power lies.
Good timing on that, actually. But yeah, I like it. It's not something I necessarily agree with, but it's... yeah, I've always found it... I need to do more reading on it, but I generally like the idea. Specifically the Eastern Orthodox doctrine.
It's Trump time.
Is interesting. Okay, so there's gotta be like there's gotta be.
Mercenary X, I rented the Star Fox clone game you talked about.
Vortex.
And Keaton Kitsune, thank you for the 20. One of the most surprisingly fun games I ever bought without knowing anything about it was Sid Meier's Pirates on NES.
Oh man.
Had hours and hours of fun with it.
That is a pretty good game. Whoa, what happened?
The Grunkle, bad joke time. I met an old swashbuckler who told me he was an octogenarian.
Uh-huh.
I said, octogenarian? I thought you were a pirate. He replied, aye, matey.
Why do you exist? What are you doing?
Mercenary X again. Worst game I got was Nights into Dreams for Wii. It was so bad I returned it as a defective for my money back at the GameStop. I don't return ever.
Oh man, there were some bad ones on Wii. I never owned a Wii though, or else I probably would have listed some of the shovelware on that. Because I think Wii is maybe the only console that beats the PS2 for sheer garbage shovelware. Okay, green key opens. There's got to be... Interesting.
Gray Rabbit.
So the green key is behind the yellow door. Okay.
When I remember you said you don't like this kind of FPS, and here we are. Well, I'll recommend Cultic Sulaco Ashes 2063. Trust me.
Alright.
Rum Raven? When are we getting a Razor Fist Labubu?
I don't know what that is.
It's the new Furby, basically.
Furby?
The new...
No, it'll be a Razor Fist Beanie Baby.
Yeah, Beanie Babies. We're bringing them back.
Bringing them back.
MC Corleone, what female personality types should I avoid?
Oh gosh.
All of them.
Most. All right, Milo. You want to avoid any?
If they have an Instagram, instant turn down.
That's a good. That's a good rule of thumb, actually. I mean, unless there's some kind of like, you know, like an actress or something, somebody who has to for their work. I can understand that.
Black Metal Gamer, haha, get wrecked Visa MasterCard, Trump for gamers.
I did see that. The thing that I wonder is the debanking, and not just the debanking. People are focusing right now on the debanking and stuff, but the thing that really bothered me was the banks that handed over Jan 6 protesters' information to the FBI. Just handed it over. No privacy question, nothing. Just sight unseen. I remember that. I was about to open an account at one of those banks, and I was literally in the process of opening it, and then I saw the story. Hey, these guys, I forget if it was Wells Fargo or Bank of America or whoever it was. A lot of banks did that. But I literally passed on the company completely just because of that. I'll check every one of these. I've only been up a couple of them.
Con Crumb, did you hear about the trans suicide bombers? In the afterlife, they got 72 genders.
Here we go.
Mercenary X Drake and the 99 Dragons. Oh, God. Well, I didn't play it, so I really can't comment on it. The Great Scalzini.
Oh, there was a door over here that I didn't see.
WNBA, do not come on the floor, do not come on the floor. Dildo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come all over this floor.
nothing says feminist supremacy like throwing male genitalia on the court, right?
Shut up, silly woman.
Perfectly timed. Emperor Soft Turtle. South Park is really becoming more pathetic. They believed liberal image of Trump as a dictator and sue happy. They are so mad Trump just called them irrelevant and moved on. Kirk is mogging them. Sad.
No, you can't.
Best way kill a new Fantastic Four movie had a moment where they could have made
Just zoom. I didn't even get to answer that one.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, you guys know I've never been a big South Park guy, like, at all. My South Park Stick of Truth review was basically just me praising the, like, quality of the game and bashing on how unfunny their jokes were. Like, that's all. Pretty much all it was. I've never liked South Park. And basically, the laziest thing about it is they're essentially just reusing, if you're really analyzing it, they're reusing their Saddam Hussein gag.
They are, yeah.
That's what it is. Which is so silly, because, like, really, Trump, he's Saddam Hussein? Like, what, did he gas the Kurds? Did I miss that? I miss a meeting? I don't get that at all. It's just lazy. I think people are pretty near the mark when they say they got 1.5 billion and they're like, let's just throw a lazy lib comedy out there. They'll be happy. They'll give us a contract extension. I'd like to think that anyway. But again, I never found them particularly funny anyways. Like, South Park has this thing where they just overuse the same joke over and over. Hey guys, fish sticks. Hey, gay fish, gay fish, gay fish, fish sticks, fish sticks. Was it funny the first 100 times? Fish sticks, gay fish. Good lord. Write a new joke. Ooh. Shadowsphere. Tome of Power? That's my favorite kind of tome.
Best Way Killer. The new Fantastic Four movie had a moment where they could have made a really strong statement about the value of a single life, but popped out hard with collectivist BS instead. Yet another MCU fail.
Yeah. And the biggest fail about it is no one went to see it, which I could have told you. But again, genre's not dead, guys. It's not dead. Superman underperforming, Fantastic Four underperforming. It's not dead. Alright, here we go.
Patriarch Andrew James. What do you expect from this upcoming meeting between Trump and Tucker Carlson's favorite leader, Putin? By the way, happy 90th birthday to Ron Paul.
He's Trump, a lot of the stuff that people have been complaining about with him toward Russia, the chest beating and all that kind of stuff, that people have been calling Trump a warmonger and on. It's like, you retards. He's about to meet with Putin. He needs leverage before he meets with him. Like, who is your IQ? How little do you understand about anything at all? This is yellow key. That's quite obviously what those were about. And I get it. I don't want to go to war with Russia, but he's got to have leverage. He cannot proceed in negotiations from a position of weakness, and nobody proves this harder than the person I was talking about earlier on social media, Barack Obama. He met with Iran without preconditions, or he was about to meet with Iran without preconditions, and what happens? He winds up paying Iran hundreds of millions of dollars, leaving it on a damn tarmac. Made us look like cowards and bitches. And it's because he had no leverage to negotiate with Iran. Whatever you want to say about Trump, it's just... Do it. The naivete that I see from people on the right, people that I normally respect, who just don't get it. Like, if I'm gonna... If there's somebody who's been threatening my life, and I want them to stop, but I don't want to shoot them in the head, I'm probably going to show up to a meeting with a gun. It doesn't mean I'm going to use it, right? I need the leverage. We're talking in an ANCAP scenario now. We're not talking about in real life. This is in Minecraft now. You have to have leverage. You cannot negotiate from a position of weakness.
CD. The E-Thought war is even funnier than you said. Pearl originally was trying to dunk on some chick for getting married, and it blew up in her face. Mario, currently playing FF2. Think it's a little underrated. Everyone talks about 3, but the 2 rarely gets any love. God bless and Godspeed, and I guess...
Time to raid some tombs.
Yeah, literally.
I played a bit of 2.
Wow, it's a lot of devils. Not today, Satan. All right. What are you? Ring of Invincibility. What's
Shlomo Begelstein. Worst game I bought was Final Hallway 13. I've never even heard of that.
Really? Oh, Final Fantasy 13.
Oh. Thank God we didn't buy that.
That is a pretty big disappointment for a lot of people. But by the time 13 came out, I already hated Final Fantasy, so it wasn't a disappointment for me. It was just, the thing that I was struck by was how on rails it was. That game literally just plays itself. At a certain point, you're just kind of sitting there going, would you like to be alone, Mr. PS3? Shall I just drop the controller now and just let you do your thing? Because I feel like I'm interfering, honestly. I feel the same way about Metal Gear Solid 4 when I was playing that. At a certain point, you feel like the developer resents your presence. And this is a phenomenon that a lot of weebs don't like to acknowledge that is peculiar to Japanese games. That, like, the auteurs... It's happening more and more in the West, do not get me wrong. But a certain brand of Japanese auteur seems to, like, resent the player's presence. Ooh. Green key! I got it. I got it. Little chaos symbol. Huh. There's a lot of Michael Moorcock in these games, from what I understand.
Lancaster.
A lot of that early pulp influence, really, on these settings and on this lore in these games, which is one of the reasons I dig it. But again, I've never played Heretic. This is pretty good, I gotta say, so far. Let me know, guys, when you'd like me to jump to Hexen. This is pretty cool, though. I'm disinclined at present.
Play any more Switch 2?
Yes, a lot. I've been playing a lot of the new Mario Kart, which is very good, by the way. And I have been playing the hell out of Bonanza, and I'm about halfway through writing a review for it. So.
I recommend the Adventures of Elliot demo. It's Squeenix HD 2D Zelda clone, basically. Game is coming in 2026.
There's
Godspeed.
another game, too, that is kind of like, it's in the art style of Octopath Traveler, but it's more of a Final Fantasy Tactics type game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I saw a preview for it. I forget what it's called.
Dude, I put it on my wish list. It looks really boss. And isn't there a new Fire Emblem, too? I'm a sucker for Fire Emblem. I love me some Fire Emblem.
Ben, Razor, I'm shocked you haven't made a video of left's insanity lately. Redistricting. Liz with socialism. Acosta doing an interview with a dead AI teen.
Those will probably be topics on our next Razor Force events. No. Where is you? Where is you? I'll have you, Longshanks!
Jegs Dino God, Fallout 4, big letdown, and only game to make me sleep.
Man, that game. It's just so dull! Just so dull! It defies you to care about its plot.
A poor horse abused by Jank. Ever played that shovelware Batman game on the PS2?
Dark Victory?
I'm not sure which one he's talking about.
Dark Victory, probably? That was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And it sucks because they got Neil Adams to do some art consulting on that one, and then the gameplay was just... so bad. So awful. It's funny, too. I remember when that came out, I was working at a comic book shop, and my manager...
It's Trump time.
Big Neil Adams Batman fan, as anyone with taste is. And he was so stoked for this game, and then it comes out, and he's like... I'm like, so what'd you think of the game? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. It's so bad. Thank you.
Ben Bosky, thank you for that 20.
The guard tower.
You guys stay safe as some mook tried to break into my car on Sunday. But it's not all bad news. I took the chance to get a new Doberman puppy. And here I thought I lived the good part of...
The gauntlet! What is this? The gauntlets of the necromancer. What is this?
That's awesome.
What is this? I'm gonna need a minute. It's got kind of shitty range, though. There we go. Yeah, those would probably work better on the big dopey guys who want to flying enemies. Those are not going to be very effective.
He thought he lived in the good part of Phoenix.
Joke's on you, there is no good part.
Jonathan, South Park became irrelevant after Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
When would you say...
That's terrible.
I know you were more of a South Park fan than I was. When would you say the decline